We finally got to look at some gameplay for Starfield today during the Xbox Bethesda showcase. And a lot of people are wondering, would it end up being worth the wait to finally see something? Uh, and from my chat's reaction, they felt like what they shown kind of didn't meet expectations. You feel like they would have either had a little bit more to show or shown us something a little better in a lot of people's opinion. To me, the most interesting thing I seen about it was definitely the aspect of how big the world is, or how big the game is. In a sense, what I think Todd had said, 100 planets, 1,000 planets, something like that, and you can land on any of them in any location and explore. That's insane to me. Hopefully the game runs well, having to display all that kind of stuff on the game. That could end up being a problem. It's not running well. I know some people were saying it didn't look good during the event from the frame rate and stuff like that. And a lot of people weren't. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but I've seen people saying they weren't impressed by what they saw. Say it looked like just some regular stuff. Nothing special. But it had some interesting aspects. I feel like I wish they would have shown more of the actual combat from the game. I feel like we barely got to see a glimpse of it at the very start, and what they shown wasn't nothing special. Just looked like some basic combat. And people are probably gonna say combat isn't the main focus of this type of game, so they're not really concerned about that much. But I wanted to see a little more. I feel like they could have shown a little more in that aspect. Then we got a little bit of the story. You searching for these artifacts and blah blah blah. But when I play the game, I'm probably not gonna be super into the main story of the game. It's probably gonna be more so of me just exploring and creating my own story and just looking for loot and stuff like that. I don't even know how much attention I'm actually going to put into the actual main story of the game. I mean, I'm probably going to pay some attention to it, probably going to try my best to complete it, but I'm sure I'm going to get distracted by exploring all these planets. And side quests, typically side quests get me distracted on any kind of game that have side quests in it. I just go off. I'm the kind of person that has to do side quests before I do the main story stuff. So it's going to take me a while to get through that. And let me see, what else did they show? Was the base building. I don't really think I'm gonna spend too much time on the base building other than what I'm required to do. That's typically not my thing in games. I typically don't really care about building my base up. When I played Fallout 4, didn't really care about building my base on there. I'm trying to think of any other games. When I tried out No Man's Sky, I really didn't care about building my base up on there either. And then on Starfield, I also showed your ship. You had a option of customizing your ship, the entire layout. If I'm not mistaken, it was saying you customize the layout of it. For me, I'm probably most likely just gonna go with whatever they give me as a template and keep it as that, unless of course I get super invested into the game, that then I may take the time to actually customize my ship, customize my base, be all about it, things like that. But right now, I don't think I'll be that invested in the appearance of those things. I might look into making sure it has certain abilities and certain pieces of gear attached to them, to make sure they can do the things I need them to do. But other than that, I probably won't care about how it actually looks. It said you also pick your crew members and stuff like that. I mean, I'd probably be more interested in making sure I got the right crew members more so than having the ship look a certain way. And I think that was pretty much it. Of course, we still did not get a release date exactly for the game. It just says 2023, even though I felt like at the start of the segment, Phil or Todd, one of them had said, had grouped it in with the games that they would be starting 2023 off with. But I do not see this game coming out early 2023. I'll be very surprised if it comes out before the summer. If anything, I'm guessing for a later in the year 2023 release for Starfield, but you never know. It could come out earlier. They probably don't want to put a release date on it exactly right now in case they have to delay it again. They rather just say 2023 to give it that window and then announce it with an exact date when it's legit ready. Because for all we know, it could slip into 2024. I'd rather for them to take even more time on it, make sure it's extra up to standards for it to come out. You know, definitely don't want them to rush it out the door. I felt like if they did release it this year, it probably would have felt rushed out the door from what I've seen today and the lack of what I've seen in a sense. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you guys felt about Starfield. Did you check out the gameplay from it today? Did you like anything about it? What you didn't like? What are your concerns about the game? Do you think it'll get delayed again? Or are you just not interested in Starfield at all? I know there are some people that aren't even interested in Starfield at all. This looks like a regular game to them. And some folks are very skeptical about it as well, just after Fallout 76, you know, which is understandable. While I don't think we'll have another Fallout 76 on our hands with Starfield, it still could end up not living up to expectations. Like most video games tend not to do. Most games don't live up to the hype when they come out. But hopefully, I'm just hoping it's a fun game that works.